Hi there, I'm Wendy, and I wanted to talk to you today about how I set up my own book club and how I run it. So, a little background story. I started selling children's books, and I got super busy and excited about it, obviously. And I really missed, we started doing Facebook parties more than home parties in our business. And so I started to miss the one-on-one interaction with people. And I thought, you know what? I used to fill this by going to book clubs, like literally to book clubs. The problem was that I move a lot, and so by the time I got to find a book club, it was time to move, and then it would take months for me to find another one. Luckily, there are many book clubs sprouting up around around the United States, so no big deal. But for me, I wanted to take my book club with me as I moved. So I decided to use something I already had in place and see if I could do a book club that way. So I wanted to teach you how I set mine up. The first thing I did, I actually set up a Facebook group, and if Facebook is still something that you're using when you watch this, this is a great platform. You can also do it on Instagram. It would basically be the same thing. You just do a little handle and then invite your friends to follow you there. And then all I do is once a month I post a little preview of what we are going to be reading. And so let me go back to the month. Here we go. So I have a little, it worked out really well for us to have a like a 3-month schedule. And the reason for that is not everybody in my book club actually buys the books. Many get put on their library wait list, and so we needed to have a 3-month heads up. I wish I had started that in the beginning to be a little less hectic, so I'm just letting you know about that. This is the purpose of the video. And we chose originally the last Thursday of every month, but it turned out some of us had deadlines and things, so we changed it to the third to last Thursday of each month, which will work except for November. So I post the next couple of books that we have. I post the obviously the titles and the pictures, because I like for people to be excited about it, and pictures do that. And the cool thing that I do that's worked really well is I use Zoom video conferencing, and I purchase a membership in that so that I'm not cut off. The free version of Zoom is 30 minutes. I will post the link for you to get your own Zoom account here in the comments of this video, but it's like $120 a year. I've chosen to shoulder that burden, but you can also charge for your book club, especially because nobody's providing snacks, nobody's like driving anywhere. You can charge entry to your book club for $10 a year, and then you'll have it all paid for. No big deal. So I'll post that link for you to find out how to get your own account with Zoom below. But I post a reminder before our meeting, and I'm going to show you that. This is how I do it. I have a reminder on Tuesdays and then a reminder on Thursdays. This was just a funny inside joke. So, and anyway, I have a little reminder there, which is great. It works. Now, while we're on Zoom, I actually, to encourage people to be on time, I do the drawing of who gets to pick the next book within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the book club. So that means that people get to, they have some reason to come on time. Now, the discussions themselves, of course, are a great reason, but it's just that little extra, okay, if I'm on time, I can put in the drawing to find the next book. And what I do is I give the person who's chosen a day or two to figure it out, and then I post it on the Facebook group what the next book will be, because I personally am friends with everybody, so they will see it. Does that make sense? So, and then my friends post all this, sales they see and like things we talked about on here, and then I update it every month. We had a really good book we read, and so my friend made a pie. Anyway, it's been really fun, especially because it's not confined to a space. We're all very busy. I actually start these at 9 p.m. Our time. Many of us are Eastern. There's only one person who's Central Time, and so all of our kids are asleep. We're not working anymore, and we all get to enjoy each other's company, which is really nice. I would recommend that you get some earpieces with a microphone in it, just because you don't want to wake up your kids after you put them to bed, but also you know, there's some things in books that like you just, you know, when you're talking about it, you may not be something you want the rest of the house to hear. You know, either the language or the topic may be obviously adult, you know, especially with historical fiction that we do. And so that's what I do for my family's sake. So I will post a link below so you can get your own Zoom account, get started on your book club. I will say I'll add a little tidbit here. I frequently do change the banner because I feel like it, and I just do this in canva.com, and I'll post a link to that too in the comments so that you can get started. They have templates. I literally just use the templates to make it look snazzy and so forth. So anyway, those are my tips for establishing your own geography free book club. I hope that this blesses you, and if it did, go ahead and share or start your own book club. I'd love to hear what you did with this information. You can comment below and we can chat. All right, have a great